here from Jefferson County High School. We're just moments away from the start of this basketball game. After tonight, in about an hour and a half, one of these two teams will be heading to Murfreesboro in the state tournament. The other will be ending their season. A fine turnout of fans on both sides. Very proud of the Oak Ridgers who made the trip up here to support this basketball team. There's community people in the stands right now that we have not seen at basketball games all year long, and they picked a good one to come to, a sub-state ball game where their winner advances to the final 8 in the state, and the Wildcats want to be back there once again. Lady Wildcats coached by Jill Pruden, assisted by Kim Tisdale, about to have the starting lineups. And it's loud. I tell you, let's rate this PA system here, Jonathan, while we have a chance. There are more speakers in this gym all around here. There's probably 16 to 18 speakers in here, and it is loud.
There are 24 speakers in this gym, David. We've got 4 right above us, and there's 16 in the middle, and there's a 4 on the other side on the upper deck. So we've got 24 speakers in this one gym, and it sounds great. It's loud, and it's understandable.
Great student section here for the Jefferson County Patriots. They're going to be standing up right here in front of us. Boy, we have a great vantage point. We're sitting in the far left corner of this gym, and it is, what would you say, 95 degrees in here? It is warm in this gym. Hopefully that won't be an effect on the Lady Wildcats. The non-starters are being announced out on the floor. Jefferson County comes into this game with a 23-8 record. They have victories over Carnes and Clinton to open up the year, a loss to Sevier County, wins over Cherokee, Greenville, Cock County, and Kingsport Dobbins-Bennett, and then another loss to Sevier County. Morristown West, Sullivan South, Montour, Pennsylvania also fell victim to the Lady Patriots. They have wins over Cherokee and Maryville, and Sullivan South, Morristown West twice to get into the tournament. The starting lineups are being introduced for the Oak Ridge Lady Wildcats. Starting tonight on the wing will be the 5'6" sophomore Jennifer Hendricks. Also starting for Oak Ridge at the point will be the 5'4" junior Angela Phillips. The wings tonight for the Lady Wildcats will be for Oak Ridge, Stephanie Holbrook. She's a 5'10" sophomore. The post tonight, Brittany Frazier, a 5'11" junior, and Dewana Henderson, a 5'9" senior. That's the starting lineups for the Lady Wildcats. The starting lineups are being introduced now for the Lady Patriots, the non-starters right now. They've got a standing ovation. They've got a nice turnout of fans here. This is a gym, for those of you who've been to Campbell County or Farragut, one of those 2-level gyms, very similar. They have a very nice wooden floor, not painted at all. In fact, it's basically a wooden floor with just the lines painted on it. Patriots painted in one end zone, Patriots painted on the other end zone. They've got a large American flag on the left wall. They've got a Patriot standing behind a cannon, in front of a cannon, painted on the far right to our wall to our right. The colors in this gym are red, white, and blue, as you would expect for the Jefferson County Patriots. We've been in this gym before. We've been to this school many times before, especially the early years in football, as we have many fond memories here and not so fond memories of coming up to Jefferson County. Oak Ridge is going to have to play their best basketball tonight if they want to head to the state tournament next week, because this is a good Jefferson County team. Jonathan, you've got the starting lineups for tonight's ball game.
David, for the Lady Wildcats, you're going to have Jennifer Hendricks, Angela Phillips, a junior at point, also Dewana Henderson, the lone senior starter, Stephanie Holbrook at the wing, and Brittany Frazier inside at the post. For the Lady Patriots, Rachel Reagan, number 20, she's a 5'11" freshman. You got number 21, Ashley Huff, she's a 5'11" freshman as well. Number 25, Danielle Johnson, she's a 5'7" senior. Amy Kate, another senior, she's 5'9", she's the all-star for this team. Jennifer Gwynn, a 5'7" junior. So David, these teams much alike on the way they start. They've got 2 seniors, 2 freshmen, and a junior for the Lady Patriots. Oak Ridge coming out with a senior and a sophomore and 2 juniors, or 3 juniors. So the Lady Wildcats and the Lady Patriots very close.
Ball easily controlled by Oak Ridge, and we're underway with Dewana Henderson's shot at the top of the key. Good. Oak Ridge starts out with a bucket, 2-0. The Lady Wildcats in the lead. Here comes Jefferson County moving from left to right with the basketball. They've got it with number 33. That's Jennifer Gwynn, 5'7" junior, works the ball to the top of the key with a pass to Rachel Reagan. 5'11" freshman attacks to the right with Dewana Henderson defending her. Wildcats come out into the zone as they work the ball right side of Kate. Amy Kate, top of the key, swings the ball on the left wing over to Reagan. Reagan guarded there by Angela Phillips, very patient as the Wildcats come out in this zone. 7:29 to play first quarter. Sub-state action here from Jefferson County High School. They've got the basketball. Right corner goes to Ashley Huff, 5'11" player. Works the ball back out to the top of the key. Working back and forth. They thought about a three. Now they work it out to the top. Around the horn, driving with the basketball. Now will come Gwynn. Unable to shoot, backs it up for a three. Long range shot, no good. Rebound by Oak Ridge. Coming out of there with the basketball is Angela Phillips. She's going to bring it down the floor. Angela waits for her teammates, gives it out to Brittany Frazier. Looks inside, cross court it goes to Phillips' right corner. Angela back out to Holbrook, thought about a three, goes inside. Dewana spinning 5-footers up, and it's good. 4-0 Oak Ridge. 6 minutes, 51 seconds to play here in the first quarter, and Dewana has all 4 points. Here comes Jefferson County down the floor. The lob inside to the big girl. She drives, throws up a shot, no good. They get the rebound up, no good, but a foul is going to be called. That was an ugly looking shot there by Ashley Huff. She missed it badly, but then the rebound was pulled down by Jefferson County's Amy Kate, and she'll go to the free throw line with 2 shots upcoming.
The foul's going to be on Stephanie Holbrook, and Kate, a good physical rebound there by her that time, and she's going to go to the free throw line, as you said, trying to put the first point on the board for the Lady Patriots.
First toss is up, hits the front end of the rim, no good. 4-0 Oak Ridge in the lead, 6:40 to play in the first quarter. Back to the free throw line, Amy Kate did not play in the first game. Her second toss is good. Jefferson County on the board, they trail it 4-1. Here comes Oak Ridge moving down the floor, moving from right to left. With the basketball is Jennifer Hendricks. She dribbles right, goes inside Brittany, and a whistle and a shove and a foul is going to be called against the Lady Patriots. I hope they don't call it that quickly or that tightly, as the foul is going to be called against number 31, Amy Kate. That'll be her first. Oak Ridge gets into Frazier, 6-footer, hits the rim, no good. Foul call over the back, DeWan Henderson. They are going to call it that tight. That was just a touch foul. And unfortunately, we're going to have lots of fouls, I think, called in this one. Instead of letting the girls play, it looks like we're going to have one of those closely called basketball games. These officials are from Lower East Tennessee. The Wildcats want to be physical tonight, so that might not be something that's in our advantage here tonight. Oak Ridge by 3, 4-1 the score with the basketball. Jefferson County very patient as they start their offense. Reagan works the ball right side over to Danielle Johnson. 5'7" senior, works the ball inside to number 21, throws up a shot, no good. Rebound by DeWanna Henderson. Oak Ridge has the numbers down the floor. DeWanna's going to take it coast to coast, kick it out for a three-point. Angela Phillips up, no good. Long rebound. Oak Ridge's DeWanna Henderson back up with the layup. It's up. She's fouled. Foul called against the Jefferson County Patriots. Oak Ridge will go to the free throw line on top of this ball game, 4-1. 5:57 to play in the first quarter.
DeWanna Henderson doing a good job. That foul is going to be on Danielle Johnson, her first. DeWanna's going to the free throw line. She's got 4 points. Her first shot is up, and it's good.
60% free throw shooter gives Oak Ridge a 4-point lead once again, 5-1. 5:57 to play in the first quarter. DeWanna Henderson back to the free throw line, guns the second toss up. Long rebound on the missed shot taken by Jefferson County. For the basketball, Danielle Johnson. Oak Ridge by 4, but the Lady Patriots have the basketball. Out to the top of the key it goes, nearly a steal as the ball is knocked out by Oak Ridge's Jennifer Hendricks. 5 minutes, 49 seconds to play first quarter, 5-1. Oak Ridge in the lead. Jefferson County ball side front court. Jennifer Gwynn works the ball in to Rachel Reagan. Looks over to her head coach, Michael Potts, and he calls the play and works the ball to the right. Over it goes once again to the corner to number 21, Ashley Huff. Back to the top of the circle around to Reagan. Reagan looks at the zone, attacks to the right, guarded by DeWanna Henderson. She's got a free shot outside, 3-second lane violation called against Jefferson County. Jefferson County very patient. I don't think they want to get in a run and gun with Oak Ridge. They're very patient to this point, but they turn it over on the 3-second lane violation. Here's Oak Ridge down the floor. Angela goes inside, throws the ball away. I think she wanted to pull up and shoot or go inside as the ball is taken down the floor. Jefferson County's got it. Here's the shot. It's up. Good, and she's fouled. Wildcats commit a personal foul. I couldn't decide whether Angela wanted to pull it up and shoot it or go inside to nobody, or she thought somebody was going to be there. Either way, it's a turnover, and Oak Ridge's lead is cut to 2. 5-3 the score, 5:18 to play. That's the first time we've seen either team able to run out of there with the basketball. They got the ball quickly down the floor, and they'll go to the free throw line with Danielle Johnson. 5'7" senior, looks at the toss, puts it up there, good. Lady Patriots closed within 1, 5-4 the score. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Angela comes right side of Carmen Smith. Carmen cross court over to Jennifer Hendricks, out to Angela. Won't take a three. There's Carmen driving in, wants to shoot, 5-footer off the glass, good. Nice drive and shot by Carmen Smith, and Oak Ridge leads it 7-4. Here come the Lady Patriots of Jefferson County High School. With the basketball, Gwynn lost the ball. Here's a steal by Carmen Smith. Carmen lost it, saved on the floor though by Brittany Frazier, and Oak Ridge has the basketball. 7-4, the Lady Wildcats in the lead. Carmen drives in, they're not even guarding her. She goes in for the shot, it's blocked. Taken away by Amy Kate. Nice play by her. We understand she's their best player, and she makes a nice defensive play for the Patriots. They work the ball inside, driving, shooting up. Good. They score with Danielle Johnson. Oak Ridge back the other way in a one-point game, I believe, as the Wildcats work the ball down the floor. Here goes to Brittany, turning, spinning, 5-footer. Good. Brittany Frazier scores, and Oak Ridge has a 9-6 lead. It's kind of hard to read the scoreboards for where it's situated as they bring the ball down the floor. 4:17 to play first quarter. Here's the lob inside, the drive, the stop, the shot. Good off the glass. Danielle Johnson scores. She's a good-looking player as they dominate inside. And here comes Oak Ridge down the floor once again in a one-point game. 9-8 to score. Carmen Smith drives the baseline, goes inside Frazier, spinning 6-footer, no good. On the rebound, Jefferson County, then they throw the ball away. Oak Ridge is going to get it. Side court, the officials don't know. Should be Oak Ridge's basketball. Wildcats will get it side court. Should get it. They're going to ask for some help. It should be Oak Ridge's basketball right in front of the Jefferson County bench. That is the case. Oak Ridge on top by 1, 9-8 to score. 3:55 to play in the first quarter. Sub-state action here at Jefferson County High School. Oak Ridge works it into Carmen Smith. Top of the key, looks inside, tries to get rid of it, now does to DeWanna Henderson. DeWanna holds the ball, gives it over to Angela Phillips. Angela holds the ball outside the three-point stripe, goes off to Carmen, looks inside, backs it over around the horn to Angela Phillips. Has a three, won't take it. Jennifer Hendricks will. Guns it on its way, it's up. No good. Long rebound. Angela back up with a layup. Good. Angela scores on the putback, and Oak Ridge's lead is 3 once again. 11-9 to score, and here come the Lady Patriots of Jefferson County High School. Gwen lobs the ball in. It's knocked out of bounds by Jennifer Hendricks. They like this lob inside as they try to get the ball inside. They'll have the basketball underneath the goal. Jennifer Gwynn will work the ball in, then it comes left side. Out to the top of the key it goes to Ashley Norton. 5'6" senior, goes inside to Kate. Kate pulls up off the glass shot, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Oak Ridge. Oak Ridge fans not too sure. They thought she might have been shoved. Coach Pruden kind of gets something from the official, and he didn't even turn around and look at her. It'll be Jefferson County basketball. 3:16 to play first quarter. Here's the lob into Kate. Kate's shot is up. Good. Nice inbounds. Here comes Oak Ridge back the other way. Angela Phillips brings the ball down the floor, goes out to DeWanna. DeWanna drives in, kicks the ball back out to Hendricks. Jennifer Hendricks backs up, goes out to DeWanna, splits the defense, pulls up, shoots at the free throw line, no good. On the rebound, Jefferson County. DeWanna taking some jumpers from the outside instead of driving as they get a chance to take the lead. Here's the shot on its way, good! And she's fouled, Jefferson County leads. 2 minutes, 51 seconds to play in the first quarter. And the Lady Patriots have taken the lead by 1. 12-11 the score, and they'll go to the free throw line with one shot upcoming to Ashley Norton.
DeWanna Henderson picks up her second foul of the night. Her and Stephanie Holbrook both with 2. And number 22, Ashley Norton, going to the free throw line. She's got 2 points. Her first shot is up, and it's good. She's got a 3-point play.
Jefferson County on top by 2. 13-11 the score. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Angela's going to take it off, give it off to Hendricks. Goes inside Brittany, turns, spins, makes a nice drive, goes in for the shot, good. Brittany scores off the glass to tie the ball game at 13. 2:38 to play first quarter. They beat us down the floor. Layup, good, and she's fouled by Brittany Frazier. Wildcats got blown away down the floor. Brittany had to commit the personal foul and didn't even stop the bucket, and Oak Ridge trails by 2. Oak Ridge got beaten badly down the floor that time.
Yeah, they did, David. And Brittany's going to pick up her first foul of the night. That's number 5 on the Lady Wildcats already. 2:34 left to play in the first quarter. Number 25 makes that shot as well, bounces around a little bit.
Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor, trailing by 3. 16-13 to score. Here comes Carmen Smith. Outside the line to Allison Friels. Friels drives in, wants to shoot off the glass. Not a good-looking shot. They've got the basketball. Oak Ridge trails by 3, and there's another foul called against Oak Ridge. Foul advantage, 6-2. I told you Oak Ridge wants to play physical, and these guys are calling everything close. And right now, the Wildcats, with 2:20 to play in the first quarter, trail by 3, 16-13. The Wildcats haven't got anything from the outside the arc as of right now, as the Lady Patriots bring the ball down the floor. A new girl in the ball game is Brittany Davis. She works the ball all the way to the baseline, pulls up, goes the ball, throws the ball inside, and number 25 might have been called for an offensive foul, but it was not. They drive in for an 8-footer, good. Jefferson County by 5. 18-13 to score. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. With the basketball will come Angela Phillips. Goes out to Carmen Smith for the layup. Up good. Wildcats score. The penetration by Angela was the key. Jefferson County wants to run again. They break down the floor, stopping with the basketball. Now they got a wide open three. She's going to drive to the free throw line. There's the three. It's on its way. No good. Long rebound to Jefferson County, and then there's a jump ball. The alternate possession arrow to Jefferson County. Wildcats trail by 2, I believe. Can't really tell. Might be 3. 18-15 the score. It'll be their basketball underneath the goal. To work the ball in will be Brittany Davis. Davis from the baseline will work it in. 1:34 to play. First quarter. The Lady Wildcats trailing here at steamy hot Jefferson County High School. Patriot ball. They work the ball in. Top of the circle. Number 22 drives the baseline. Cut off there by Hendricks. She works the ball back out here once again to Davis. Davis guarded by Angela Phillips. Comes off on the left side. 1:26 to play. First quarter. Jefferson County by 3. Here's a pass on the left wing. Off it goes to Norton. She backs up with the basketball once again to Davis. About to be trapped up high, so she gets rid of the basketball. In the wing it goes. They got a shot along the baseline. Here's nearly a steal. Saved by number 3. She drives in. 8-footers off the glass. No good. That should be over the back against them, and it is. Foul's going to be called against Ashley Huff, and Oak Ridge will get the basketball. Only the third team foul called against Jefferson County. Oak Ridge substituting Lindsey George in the ball game for the first time. Out will go Jennifer Hendricks. Oak Ridge down 18-15. 1:07 to play in the first quarter. Very, very hot, Jonathan, in the gym.
Yeah, it is, David. One of the weird things is we complain about it being hot. I see quite a few people in this gym with jackets on, and I'm guessing all those are Jefferson County fans.
Here's Carmen Smith outside the line to Lindsey George. Thought about a 3, won't take it. Throws the ball here to Brittany Frazier, spinning at the free throw line. Shoots from there, good. Frazier knocks down a shot, and Oak Ridge trails by 1. 18-17 to score. Here come the Lady Patriots down the floor. They're from Jefferson County High School, the Region 1 champions. They've got a 3 open. Missed it. Long rebound to Jefferson County. Back up from 8 feet. Up. No good. On the rebound, Frazier finally pulls down the board. They got a couple good looks at it as Oak Ridge brings the ball down the floor, trailing by a point with 30 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Angela slowly walks the ball to the midcourt line. Oak Ridge will play for the final shot, playing with Allison Friels, Brittany Frazier, Lindsey George, and Carmen Smith. We're down to 16 seconds and counting. Oak Ridge trailing by 1. 18-17 the score. Duana Henderson on the bench with 2 personal fouls. Here comes the pass out to Carmen. Out to Angela. Thought about shooting a 3. Drives to the baseline. Throws the ball inside. Lost it. Frazier grabs it. Shoots. Missed it as the quarter comes to a close. So after 1 quarter basketball at this sub-state ball game at Jefferson County High School, Lady Wildcats trail Jefferson County 18-17, and we'll be back in 60 seconds. Right.
I think he's got
They're calling it. Back here at Jefferson County High School, Oak Ridge basketball trailing by a point. With the basketball, they throw it away. Down the floor, they get a chance for a layup. And then Jennifer Hendricks steals it. Then Jefferson County loses it. Out of bounds. I thought it should be Oak Ridge's ball. The Wildcats made a terrible pass. Number 21, Ashley Huff, almost just got a breakaway layup. Jennifer Hendricks got down the floor just to grab it. Patriot basketball, they lead Oak Ridge by 1. They fire it in, then it comes to the top of the key to Rachel Reagan. Thought about a 3, won't take the basketball and take the shot. Backs it up to number 33 with the basketball, Jennifer Gwynn. Wildcats trail by a point. There's a walk, no call. There's a charge, good call. Charge called against Danielle Johnson. That'll be her second personal foul. Duana Henderson's on the bench with 2 fouls for Oak Ridge. Oak Ridge trails by a point. 18-17 the score, 7:34 to play in the first half. This is a very good Jefferson County team, very fundamental in their skills as Oak Ridge brings the ball down the floor. Angela Phillips outside the line, attacks to the right, goes inside Brittany, spinning 6-footer, good. Oak Ridge retakes the lead by 1. 19-18 the score, 7:19 to play, and Jefferson County wants a timeout. We'll hold it right here, Jonathan. You made a good point during the break just a moment ago. The Wildcats, as you said, either they might lose. Give your point here.
Well, David, what I said was that it's going to come down to attrition one way or another. It's just a question of whether it's going to be due to the heat here or due to the fouls. The Lady Wildcats already have 6 fouls. 1 for Brittany Frazier, 1 for Carmen Smith, 2 for Duana Henderson and Stephanie Holbrook both. And the Lady Patriots with 4, and now Ashley Huff with 1, Danielle Johnson with 2, and Amy Kate with 1. So one way or another, this game, I believe, is going to come down to either the heat, which the Jefferson County Lady Patriots should be used to, or the fouls, which I don't think either team's used to.
Oak Ridge by 1, 19-18. The winner advances to play in the state tournament next week. We're in the second quarter, 7:15 to play. Oak Ridge comes out with Angela Phillips, along with Jennifer Hendricks, Allison Friels, Brittany Frazier, and Carmen Smith. They've got the basketball. Momentarily, they drive in with Kate. 8-footer's on its way. Hits the rim. No good. Frazier on the rebound for Oak Ridge. Lady Wildcat basketball coming out of there with it will come Angela Phillips. Angela's going to take it to the corner, kick it out to Carmen, inside to Friels. Allison out to Jennifer Hendricks. Won't take a shot. Goes inside Brittany. Turning, spinning shot. She's fouled. Personal foul called against Jefferson County. Let's see who it's against. It'll go against number 10, Danielle Clevenger, and that'll send Brittany to the free throw line.
Brittany will go to the free throw line. She's got 8 points. She's going to have 2 shots. She's got 2 rebounds so far in the game. Her first shot is up. Just a little bit strong off the back of the rim. No good.
60% free throw shooter, the junior, trying to give her team a 2-point lead. Oak Ridge on top, 19-18. 6:51 to play. Second toss, good. Oak Ridge by 2. Jefferson County basketball. They're wearing predominantly white jerseys, red and white trim. A lot of blue on it as well. Kate with the basketball, nearly lost the ball. It's knocked out of bounds by Angela Phillips. They're going to substitute into the ballgame Ashley Norton once again. Norton comes in. Clevenger is out. Oak Ridge having to sit Dewana Henderson with 2 personal fouls, sitting right next to Coach Pruden down on the bench, which is to our far right. As Jefferson County works it in, trailing by 2. They work the ball in, drive it with number 21. Shot is no good. On the rebound, Oak Ridge had it, lost it out of bounds. Both Brittany and Allison fought each other for the board, and they both knocked it out. That's happened twice in the ball game, and Oak Ridge has had good position, but didn't get the advantage of the rebound because they are too aggressive, and you don't want to say anybody's too aggressive as Jefferson County throws the ball away. Intercepted by Carmen Smith. Carmen's going to take it coast to coast, dribble out, wait for her teammate, stop, give it out to Frazier, around to Angela Phillips. Angela, right side, throws the ball to nobody. Wildcats way out of sync right there. Angela doesn't make mistakes like that. I don't know who she was throwing to. I guess she thought Carmen was going to move. She just threw the ball into the stands. And the Lady Patriots have the basketball, actually probably closer to the Jefferson County bench, which is obscured from my view as they work the ball in. Driving with it, Kate drives in, 8-footer, no good. They get the rebound though, back up for the shot, and it is good. Tie ball game. Oak Ridge making too many mistakes here in the early going, or the Wildcats might have a bigger advantage. There's no advantage now. It's a tie ball game. 20-20 the score, 5:56 to play. Jennifer Hendricks, top of the key, goes into Friels, makes a nice post move, drives in for the shot, no good. On the rebound, knocked out, they say by Oak Ridge. It'll be Jefferson County basketball coming down the floor. Allison in the ball game for the foul play. Dewana Henderson, who picked up 2 early. Tie ball game, 20-20, 5:44 to play in the first half. Down the floor with the basketball will come the Lady Patriots. Kate with it, drives in, penetrates to the paint, kicks the ball in for a shot. It's up, no good. On the rebound, the smallest player on the floor, Jennifer Hendricks. Hendricks down the floor for the Lady Wildcats. Dribbles all the way past Kate, lost the dribble out of bounds off the body of Kate. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball side front court. 20-20 the score, 5:28 to play first half. It'll be Jennifer Hendricks to work the ball in. In it comes to Angela Phillips. Dribbles to the free throw line, finds Friels free. Out to Hendricks, it goes left wing. Jennifer brings the ball back to the top of the key with a pass to Angela Phillips, and she directs the offense, calls the play. Works it over to Friels, goes inside, Brittany spinning, 5-footer, no good. Friels battles and knocks the rebound out of bounds. That is the 3rd time tonight Oak Ridge has had a rebound that they've knocked out. So little things like that we saw go against Oak Ridge against Sevier County. Same thing happening here tonight against Jefferson County. 20-20 the score, 5:10 to play in the first half. Here come the Lady Patriots moving left to right as we broadcast from the far left corner. They've got the basketball. Amy Kate, they've got a 3. She makes it a shorter shot and guns it. No rebounding position at all. They've got it. Back up. Block shot by Friels. Foul called. Where was the rebounding? On the right side of the floor, Jonathan. Everybody had collapsed to the left side. Nobody was underneath the goal to rebound, and they'll have an opportunity with Brittany Davis at the free throw line. Friels is called with a personal foul. Davis will go to the line, 2 shots. First toss, good. 17 fouls, so from here on out, they'll be shooting 1 in the bonus. Lindsey George is going to come into the ball game for Allison Friels. Jefferson County by 1, 21-20 the score, 4:55 to play in the first half. Davis back to the line, second toss, good. Jefferson County by 2, Oak Ridge basketball. They won't press us as Angela Phillips brings the ball down the floor. About to be trapped up high. dribbles right, goes inside Brittany, spinning 5-footer, off the mark, no good. On the rebound, Jefferson County. They come out with the basketball. That was a good-looking shot that time as they bring it across the line with a 2-point lead. Jefferson County swings the ball outside to the left wing. Out it goes to Davis. Back to the top of the key it goes to Gwynn. Gwynn swings the ball right side off to Davis. Drives in, 8-footer, good! Jefferson County by 4. Wildcats down the floor quickly have gotten nothing from the perimeter to this point as the ball is kicked out of bounds by Davis. The Oak Ridge basketball side court. Jefferson County fans right in front of the play thought maybe that Jennifer had knocked it off her body. Second timeout, Oak Ridge trails by 4, 24-20 as we play with 4:23 to play in the first half. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Back here at Jefferson County High School, sub-state basketball action. The Lady Wildcats trailing by 4. Angela for 3 on its way, too strong, no good. On the rebound, Oak Ridge had it. Lindsey George to Carmen Smith, layup good. Wildcats score, they missed on the 3. Nothing falling from the arc, and Oak Ridge trails by 2. 24-22 the score. Wildcats need a stop on defense again. They've got the basketball, driving the baseline. They work the ball to the baseline, and they're cut off. Now they throw the ball away. Hendricks steals it for Oak Ridge. Lady Wildcats with the basketball, down 2. 24-22 the score. Jennifer down the floor for Oak Ridge. Gives it off to Angela Phillips. Looks inside to George. Can't get the ball to her. Lindsey calls somebody down low. It goes to Brittany Frazier. Back to Lindsey George. Lindsey inside Brittany. Spinning at the free throw line. Shooting there. No good. Wildcats need that shot from Brittany Frazier. And here come the Lady Patriots breaking the press all the way down the floor. They kick it out of bounds. Should be Oak Ridge basketball. Wildcats got lucky because they beat us down the floor once again, Jonathan.
David, a rarity. Brittany Frazier's missed 4 of those shots in a row, and that's very uncommon for her. She's got 9 points in the ball game right now, so Brittany Frazier, we need her to start knocking those shots down.
Wildcats trail by 2, 24-22 the score. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. They have substituted Stephanie Holbrook in the game again. Wildcats playing with Frazier and George at the post. The wings are Smith and Holbrook. Angela Phillips at the point. Bounce pass goes to Carmen. Inside Brittany. Turns, spins, drives, 5-footer. Good. This is nothing but net. That time she squared her body and her shoulders and dropped down the shot. 24-24 the score. Camera work being provided down on the floor by Kevin McKeith. And we've got Nick Settles and Cody Southard here as well. Kay drives in. Wanted to shoot over the top of the right. Pulls up and guns the shot. It's up, no good. Rebound, Lindsey George of Oak Ridge. George with it to Phillips. Lady Wildcats running for the first time in a while. Angela waits for her teammates. Gives it off to George. Inside Brittany. She turns, she spins, she drives, she shoots and scores. Oak Ridge back up by 2. 26-24, and Jefferson County wants a timeout. So Brittany Frazier comes alive. Credit the play of Lindsey George. Lindsey George is rebounding, hustling, boxing out, being physical, giving Oak Ridge some very good minutes here in this second quarter.
Yeah, she is, David. Got 2 assists and 1 rebound right now. She went in at one time, nearly a second rebound for her. She went in one time, got close. But Lindsey George is doing a lot for the Lady Wildcats. While DeWanna's having to sit, Lindsey's coming in there. She's being a second post, and she's doing a good job at it.
What was the ball game, Jonathan, where I think it was at the district tournament where DeWanna didn't play the first half. It might have been the Powell ball game, I believe, where she was really a spark in the second half when she came in off the bench. But because DeWanna has foul trouble with 2, she's had to sit since the first quarter, and it looks like Coach Pruden's going to let her sit the rest of the half, not risk her in the second half. Here comes Jefferson County down the floor, trailing by 2. Oak Ridge on top, 26-24. Bounce pass goes out to Kate, drives around the baseline, cut off there, still throws up a shot and scores. She's a good-looking player, Amy Kate, 5'9" senior, and we have a tie ball game once again. 26-26 to score. Here's Oak Ridge inside, throws the ball inside at Frazier. They turn it over. Down there's nearly a double dribble there by Gwynn, saved away by Jefferson County. Tie ball game. The Wildcats try to force one inside, and then here's a steal by Lindsey George to Oak Ridge's Carmen Smith, to Angela for the layup, up good. Oak Ridge retakes the lead, taking advantage of a Jefferson County turnover. 28-26 to score. Oak Ridge in the lead by 2. 2 minutes, 6 seconds to play here in the first half. Here come the Lady Patriots. They've got the basketball. Kate lobs the ball inside to the big girl. She turns, she spins, she shoots and scores. Inside is Ashley Huff. Tie game once again, 28-28 the score. Here's Oak Ridge, left side to Holbrook. Stephanie thought about shooting, works the ball back out to Phillips. Cross court it goes to Carmen Smith. Forces a pass inside Brittany. Double team, still shoots, no good. There's Lindsey George on the rebound. She blows the layup though. And then there should be an offensive foul. An elbow slung that time. 28-28 the score. Here comes Jefferson County down the floor. Easy shot. They lose it out of bounds. No, they save it. Nice play. Should be a jump ball. He's going to call a foul. She reached in, and what I thought should be a jump ball, it's going to be a personal foul called against Oak Ridge. Wildcats tied with Jefferson County, and they'll be shooting one in the bonus.
David, the unfortunate thing is, and that foul right there should have been a jump ball probably, but that's a foul that can go either way depending on what the ref sees. Over here on our side of the court where we're sitting on the left side where the Lady Wildcats are shooting right now, there was no ref to see Lindsey George get fouled as she went up. A hand came over her forearm, and that's why the ball didn't even make it up to the rim.
They shoot one in the bonus. Here's the one, no good. On the rebound, Oak Ridge's Lindsey George. Down the floor with the basketball, Angela Phillips. 1:26 to play in the first half. Oak Ridge and Jefferson County tied at 28. Sub-state action, the winner advances to the state tournament. The loser ends their season here tonight. Oak Ridge kind of slowing things down, going to a four corners. They'll stay down with their defense and allow Oak Ridge to work some time off the clock. As hot as it is in this gym, and as physical and as fast-paced a game this has been in the first half, I don't blame Coach Pruden at all here for letting some of the time tick down, especially with Dewana Henderson on the bench with 2 fouls. Carmen Smith has now picked up 2 fouls. Oak Ridge starts the play. Lindsey George with it, works it back out to Phillips. Oak Ridge with 50 seconds to play in the first half in a 28-28 ball game. Here's a trap up high. Jennifer's in a lot of trouble. Gets rid of the basketball to Friels. Friels to Holbrook. One dribble, one shot. No good. On the rebound, a big battle for it. Picked up by Jefferson County. Then they lose it. Friels steals it. They've got it. Jump ball, arrow points towards who? Oh, no, the Jefferson County. Lady Patriot basketball, boy, they're allowing some physical play and calling others as the Wildcats substitute Lindsey George out of the ball game. Carmen Smith's going to come back in the ball game. 33.4 seconds to play. Good Sharks trapping defense by Jefferson County forced Oak Ridge to get rid of the basketball sooner than they wanted to. Then they almost got an easy 2 as that defense had kind of collapsed a little bit as they worked the ball down the floor. Still in rear court, they've got the basketball, yet to get the ball across the line. Now they do with a pass out to number 21. She's going to be fouled by Allison Friels. As she blew past her, she reached in and fouled her. Second foul called against Friels. Dewana's got 2. Carmen Smith has 2. They'll go to the free throw line. 19 fouls, so it's still 1 in the bonus. At the free throw line, we'll go Ashley Huff. Huff has 2. Her first attempt, no good. She gets her own rebound though, and she's stripped of the ball. They grab it and shoot and score. Jefferson County by 2. 30-28 the score. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Angela Phillips, 13 seconds to play. Dribbles right, finds Friels free, gives it off to Hendricks. Jennifer, whistle blows and a foul away from the ball. Carmen Smith got blasted by somebody. Jennifer Gwynn, I do believe. That'll be her first. Only the 16 foul. Oak Ridge will get the basketball with 9 seconds to play. Trailing by 2, 30-28. It'll be Oak Ridge to work the ball in front of their bench. No, it's Friels to work it in underneath the goal. Yet to do so. Lobs the ball too short. Intercepted. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. At the buzzer, a big shot, no good. On the rebound, Angela Phillips can't get it. It's knocked out. The half is over anyway. Wildcats struggle at the post position while Dewana Henderson was out. They trail it by 2, 30-28 to a very good Jefferson County team. Wildcats, you got to give Oak Ridge a little credit. They hung tough without their senior leader, Dewana Henderson, in the ball game.
They did that, David, and Lindsey George stepping up big for the Lady Wildcats. Pulled down 3 boards while she's in, 2 assists as well. So she's doing a lot for the Lady Wildcats while she's in there. Not a lot on offense for her, but defensively, she does the right things. And David, it's nice to have a player that you can put in as a post on offense and move her out to a guard on defense. And right now, that's what they're doing. They're taking Lindsey as a post on offense. And then they move her, switch her and Stephanie Holbrook on defense. Stephanie plays the post position because she's got more height. Lindsey goes out, and she goes out and does more on the defensive side as a guard. So right now, Lindsey George doing a lot for the Lady Wildcats while Dewana was sitting. You got to look to see Dewana back out in the starting 5 for the second half, though.
2-point lead for Jefferson County, 30-28. We're going to take a break. We're going to send it back to Barry back at the studios of WATO. Oak Ridge trailing by 2. We'll be back with a look at the statistics following this. Kevin McKeithen back here. Barry Shelton back at the studios of WATO. Oak Ridge trails by 2, 30-28. They'll come out with the original starting 5. Jennifer Hendricks, Angela Phillips, Stephanie Holbrook, Dewana Henderson back in the ballgame, along with Brittany Frazier. Oak Ridge will get the basketball first as we start play here in the second half. The winner advances to the state tournament. The loser ends their season. The Wildcats trying to avoid going 33-0 and then losing their final 2 ball games. Here's Oak Ridge with the basketball, trying to get something established offensively. Here's Angela, work the ball left side of Holbrook. Thought about shooting, backs it over to Phillips, inside Dewana, inside Brittany. She turns, she spins, she shoots, and ties the game. Wildcats worked well with their 2 posts, and the game is tied at 30. 7:41 to play with the basketball. Nearly a steal by Hendricks, saved by Kate. Works the ball right side, out to the top it goes once again. Here it goes to Jennifer Gwynn. She lobs the ball inside. They kick the ball back out. Nearly a steal by Oak Ridge. Saved away by the Patriots. Up for the shot. No good. Rebound Oak Ridge. Wildcats have it. Tied at 30. Here's Dewana Henderson bringing the ball down the floor. All the way to the right side. Takes it in strong to the hole. Takes it off the glass and scores. Dewana Henderson gives Oak Ridge the lead. Just kind of hesitated a little bit. That opened up a little lane. And Dewana takes it in, and the Lady Wildcats lead by 2. 32-30. Here the Wildcats trying to trap up high. They work the ball to Rachel Reagan. Around the corner it goes to Danielle Johnson. Wildcats a little bit more aggressive on defense. They work the ball back to the top of the key. Oak Ridge by 2. Jefferson County with the basketball. So 4 straight points out of the break for the Lady Wildcats. Here's Jefferson County working the ball inside to Kate. Kate might have walked, drives in, pulls up, shoots an 8-footer. No good. On the rebound, a foul going to be called underneath, I hope, against Jennifer Hendricks. Indeed, it's going to be called against Hendricks. That'll be her first personal foul. I said I hope against Jennifer Hendricks because it was either her or Dewana that was going to be calling for the foul. Jennifer Gwynn to work the ball in. She does. Then it comes to the left corner. Out it goes to Kate. Guarded by Angela Phillips. Works the ball. Nearly lost the ball. Now she's going to be fouled by Jennifer Hendricks. I told you these officials are going to call everything too close. This young official. He can't be any more than 20 years old calling this big important ball game, and he has called everything tight here instead of letting the 2 teams play the physical brand of ball that we're used to. Lady Wildcats have been penalized by the style of their own play. They've got the basketball. Johnson with it around the horn. Off it goes to Reagan. Harassed by Angela Phillips. She swings the ball back out to the top of the key to Gwynn. Gwynn now being picked up defensively by Angela. 6:28 to play. Nearly a steal by Holbrook. They work the ball inside for the lob. Here's a foul called against Jefferson County. Foul called against Danielle Johnson as Stephanie Holbrook had anticipated the pass, stepped in the lane, then got shoved, and that'll be, I believe, her 3rd foul.
That'll be her 3rd, and that'll be team foul number 1 for Jefferson County in the second half.
Oak Ridge on top by 2, 32-30 with the basketball. First time they've had the lead in the ball in a long time. 6:22 to play. Angela goes into Brittany. She spins, 5-footer, no good. On the rebound will come Danielle Johnson. That was a good look at the shot, just wouldn't fall for it. Down the floor comes Jefferson County. Driving with the basketball, they stop, they pull up and shoot short. On the rebound, Jefferson County up again, no good. This time Brittany is fouled again. Brittany Frazier is fouled by Huff, I believe. Goes against Ashley Huff. That'll be her 2nd foul, so that'll be team foul number 2. Wildcats have committed 2 fouls. Oak Ridge with the basketball back once again. 32-30 to score. Here come the Lady Wildcats down the floor. Angela attacks to the top of the key. Works the ball to the right side over to Hendricks. Hendricks looks inside, and then a foul is going to be called against Jefferson County's number 31, Amy Kate. And I believe, really, the foul should be called against Brittany. She was backing her body into her, but Oak Ridge got the call. Oak Ridge basketball underneath the goal. Here it goes in, the back door to Angela, back out to Frazier, kicks it out to Holbrook, over to Jennifer Hendricks. 3-pointer, they need it. It's on target, it's up, and it's no good. The Wildcats have the rebound, though. Holbrook inside of Frazier, walks with the basketball. Wildcats trying to get something to fall from the perimeter. None of the 3-point shots have gone in tonight, Jonathan. That's a big part of our arsenal as Jefferson County brings the ball down the floor, trailing Oak Ridge by 2, 32-30, 5:41 to play in the 3rd quarter. Lady Patriot basketball in the corner. Nearly a steal by Hendricks. They work the ball right corner to Gwynn. Back to the top of the key, goes to Reagan, who comes lobbing the ball out of bounds to Oak Ridge. They turn it over. Pass was intended to number 31, Amy Kate. Just the mere height there of Stephanie Holbrook, I think, made the defensive play. Oak Ridge watches them substitute Rachel Reagan out. Oak Ridge with the ball once again up by 2. 32-30 to score. Angela Phillips at the point for the Lady Wildcats, brings the ball down the floor. Sets the dribble to the left, goes inside. Dewana drives in, wants to shoot, does, no good. Brittany's got the board, up for the shot, good. Oak Ridge by 4. Wildcats lead it 34-30. Down the floor with the basketball will come the Lady Patriots. 5:10 to play in the 3rd quarter. They've got the basketball out to the left side. It goes out to Norton, top of the key. She's going to attack to the free throw line, pull up and shoot a shot. It's up, should be a charge, and it is. Once again, it's Stephanie Holbrook who draws the charge. The Jefferson County fans don't believe it. 4th team foul called against the Lady Patriots. 2nd foul called against Norton. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. First foul, my mistake, as they substitute Ashley Huff out of the ball game. Oak Ridge with the ball up by 4. 34-30 the score. 4:59 to play in the 3rd quarter. Oak Ridge down the floor. Angela Phillips with it. Attacks to the top, gives it off to Stephanie Holbrook. Thought about shooting, will not. Carmen Smith's in the ball game. She throws the ball away. Ball was trying to get inside to Oak Ridge's post players, but Carmen just threw it right to the Lady Patriot. Here come the Lady Patriots down the floor. Wildcats can ill afford to have mistakes like that, especially this game is so close. Every single possession is a war. Here's a steal by Oak Ridge. Dewana's got it. Dewana's taking it coast to coast. She's going to take it strong off the glass. No good. On the rebound, foul call. No foul call. It should have been. Lots of contact. They've got the basketball. My apologies. Here they come down the floor all the way in. There should be a charge. Missed the shot anyway, and Oak Ridge has it. Dewana Henderson with the basketball and a 4-point lead. Both teams misfiring on consecutive trips down the floor, and Oak Ridge brings the ball down the floor. 4 minutes, 13 seconds to play, third quarter. Oak Ridge by 4 with the ball. Here's Carmen, here's Brittany, here's one dribble, here's one shot, here's 2 more points for Brittany Frazier. Oak Ridge by 6, and Brittany's got a total of 19 points, and the Lady Patriots want a timeout. Oak Ridge fans going nuts to our right. Oak Ridge has come out of the break to take a 6-point lead.
David, we've shut the Lady Patriots out for 4 minutes now. They hadn't scored in this first part of the third quarter. 30 points is what they've been stuck at since the end of the first half. So the Lady Wildcats coming out and scoring 8. The Lady Patriots not able to score at all. So an 8-0 run for the Lady Wildcats right now.
The winner, as we mentioned, will head on to the state tournament next week to play in a Thursday ball game. Both teams playing very, very hard in this one. Oak Ridge trying to establish some more of their inside game. Since Dewana's come back in the ball game, it has made a major difference. The Lady Wildcats a little bit quicker, a little bit more physical. Nothing at all against the way Allison Friels played the first half, but she just really wasn't on her game in the first half and really hurt the Wildcats. Since Dewana has come back in, she has done a really good job. Lindsey George did give some good minutes, but you can't take away anything that Allison's done this year. Allison just had a couple bad breaks go against her early. I would expect her to come back in the ball game and contribute like she did the first time these two teams played. Oak Ridge in the lead by 6, 36-30. 3 minutes, 57 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Lady Patriot basketball, very slowly. They work the ball to Kate. She walks, no call. They work the ball inside. Here's an 8-footer. It's on its way. Good. They score with Ashley Norton, a nice little jumper. And here's Oak Ridge coming back the other way. Their lead is cut to 4. Here's Angela Phillips to Carmen Smith. Carmen throws the ball inside. Dewana pulls up 5-footer. No good. Brittany's got the board back up from 3. Good. Frazier scores, gives Oak Ridge a 6-point lead once again. 38-32 the score. This game is going to be a war to the very last moment. Here comes Jefferson County, moving from right to left now, wearing predominantly white jerseys, red and blue trim down the sides. Their numerals are blue. Wildcats, and they're all Cardinal jerseys with gray numerals. Here comes the basketball, worked out high to Ashley Norton. Good shooter, as we just saw. She throws the ball away, almost. Taken right nicely by number 3, Brittany Davis. Saved what was going to be a Jefferson County turnover. Ball was thrown to a vacated spot, but Davis is so quick she got into position. Their basketball, they lob the ball inside of Kate. Kate wants to drive, cannot do so, kicks the ball back out to Norton. Norton looks inside of Kate, good defense being applied on her. They throw the ball down the floor, nice athletic save by Davis. Out to the top, it goes to her. She runs up a long-range 3, it's terrible, no good. On the rebound, Brittany Frazier. Oak Ridge with the basketball and a 6-point lead. 38-32 the score. Here's Angela to Holbrook. Stephanie, they need the 3, no good. Rebound out of bounds to Jefferson County. The Wildcats are 0 for the ball game in 3-point shots. Stephanie planted her feet there, just couldn't get the shot to fall, and Jefferson County once again with an opportunity. It's a 6-point Oak Ridge lead, 38-32, 2:34 to play third quarter. If Oak Ridge could find anything from the perimeter, Jonathan, Wildcats could have what I consider to be a bigger lead, because that time Stephanie was wide open. Here come the Lady Patriots down the floor once again. Brittany Davis with it. Over it goes on the right side off to Danielle Johnson. Here's a steal by Holbrook. Stephanie Holbrook and the Lady Wildcats taking it down the floor. Stephanie's going to take it strong to the hole, pull up and shoot and score! 8-point lead Oak Ridge. 40-32 the score. 2:12 to play. Big defensive play by Holbrook. Here come the Lady Patriots down the floor. Here it goes on the right side off to Danielle Johnson. In the corner, they hold the ball for a moment and then give it out to Davis. Brittany Davis to the midcourt circle, wipes the sweat off her brow, backs up to the midcourt circle. Oak Ridge by 8. Jefferson County with the basketball. 40-32 the score. They've got the ball to Clevenger, to Davis. Around the horn it goes to Norton outside the 3-point line. Guns up a 3-point shot, clang off the iron, and Oak Ridge has got the rebound. Dewana Henderson brings the ball straight down the middle of the floor. Kicks it off to Holbrook. Stephanie, a big 3. They miss it. On the rebound, Oak Ridge's Dewana Henderson's got it. And then a whistle blows, and a timeout is asked for. No, it's going to be a turnover. Goes out of bounds. I didn't see that Dewana was standing out of bounds. 1:35 to play. Oak Ridge substitutes. Allison Friels back in the ballgame. Brittany Frazier's out. Oak Ridge by 8, 40-32. 1:35 to play in the third quarter. Down the floor with the basketball will come Jefferson County. Moving from right to left. They've got the basketball out high to Danielle Clevenger. Around the horn it goes once again to Gwen, who lobs the ball inside, and they throw it away. Oak Ridge is going to get the basketball as the pass was intended to the 5'7" senior Johnson along the baseline, and Oak Ridge has the basketball. Allison just inbounds the ball, and Angela didn't know it was coming, and very fortunate that nobody was defending because Oak Ridge almost turned the ball over. Here's Dewana, outside the line, needs a little help, is going to drive in herself, get a layup, here it is, 10-point lead Oak Ridge. Oak Ridge by 10. 42-32, nobody decided to guard Dewana, and Dewana just takes it home, and Henderson now has 9 points, and Oak Ridge has a 10-point lead. Jefferson County basketball, under a minute to play here. They dribble down, here's another steal, Oak Ridge has it. Holbrook with the basketball, to Carmen Smith, the Wildcats need to slow it down here. Angela Phillips outside the line with 50 seconds to play, and Oak Ridge leading by 10 in the Sub-State ball game from Jefferson County High School. 44 seconds and the Wildcats have gone to the four corners. The Oak Ridge fans are on their feet. 39 seconds and counting here in the third quarter, Oak Ridge by 10. 42-32 the score. Jefferson County content to stay back on defense. The Wildcat point guard, Angela Phillips, standing in the midcourt circle, side by side with her good friend and teammate, Dewana Henderson. Dewana gets the feed, dribbles out of trouble. She's going to take it in, all the way out to Angela for three. Count it, baby! She nails it. Three-point shot. Angela Phillips in Oak Ridge has a 13-point lead. 1 second, or 9 seconds it is. They lob the ball inside and turn it over. Dewana steals it for Oak Ridge. The Wildcats in the lead with 4. Angela down the floor with 2. Holbrook at the buzzer. No good as the third quarter comes to a close. Our score after 3 quarters of basketball. It's been all Oak Ridge in the third quarter. Oak Ridge leads it 45-32, and we'll be back to Jefferson County in 60 seconds. Back here at Jefferson County High School, the fourth and final quarter just underway. Oak Ridge has a big lead right now, but no big lead is too big as they got a 3. No good. Dewana Henderson on the rebound. Oak Ridge with the lead, 45-32, 7:45 to play in the ball game. Angela to Stephanie. She drives in for the layup. She scores. Oak Ridge rolling up big numbers. A 15-point lead now. 7:35 to play in the basketball game. Here comes Jefferson County. You've got a score of interest from that Sevier County Morristown West ball game.
Yeah, we do, David. Sevier County up right now. They were leading by 3, 12-9. They're now leading by 9, 21-12.
With the basketball, Jefferson County. Here's the lob inside. The shot by Jefferson County. They miss it. Rebounded by Oak Ridge. Carmen Smith with the basketball. It's been all Oak Ridge here in the second half. The difference to Dewana Henderson is Oak Ridge is called winning over and back. 7:11 to play. Oak Ridge by 15, 47-32. Oak Ridge is totally dominated here in the second half, Jonathan, outscoring them big time.
Yeah, they have, David. The Lady Patriots only able to score 2 points so far. Lady Wildcats have scored nearly 20 points. They scored 19-2 right now.
47-32, a 15-point Lady Wildcat lead. Still plenty of time to go in this basketball game, as we saw in that Maryville ball game. Here it goes on the right side out to Jennifer Gwynn. They get up a 3, in and out, no good. They've got the rebound back up, and they score. Wildcats with the basketball. Their lead is cut to 47-34. Here comes Angela Phillips down the floor. Oak Ridge inside of Brittany. She turns, she spins, she drives, lost the ball. Wildcats turn the ball over. They've got the basketball, can cut the lead. The Wildcats can ill afford to let up right now as they've built up a big lead. Still plenty of time. They've got a layup. They score 4 straight points. Wildcats can ill afford to let up. Their lead has been cut to 11. Here's Oak Ridge down the floor. Let's see if Coach Pruden calls a timeout. She will. Wildcats can ill afford to let up right now. They had the momentum going their way, and then a couple of bad plays by Oak Ridge cost them, and Jefferson County's got their crowd back into it. They've got a cameraman firing up their student section down here in front of us from Channel 8. Oak Ridge on top, 47-35, I believe, or 36. I can't see the scoreboard at all. I believe it's 36. 6:24 to play in the basketball game. As we saw the other night against Maryville, no lead is too comfortable, and the Lady Wildcats need to get back to doing what they did in the third quarter, and that was totally dominated on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, they do, David. 2 big turnovers, went from a 15-point lead down to 11-point lead, 47-36. Lady Wildcats, some kind of silly mistakes there in the beginning of this quarter.
Oak Ridge basketball, they're working into Brittany. Brittany spins, 5-footer, good! Brittany Frazier knocks it down, and Oak Ridge's lead is back up to 13, 49-36. They bring the ball down the floor. With the basketball, number 33 with it, that's Jennifer Gwynn. Out to the top of the key goes to Johnson. They like that little lob play inside. See if they try to go inside once again to Kate or Johnson. They work the ball inside. Now they kick it out to the top. Around the horn it goes out to Reagan. Rachel Reagan won't take a three. There's one top of the key. It's up. Good. 3-point shot for Jefferson County, and the lead is cut to 10. Oak Ridge was up 15. It's now 10, 49-39, 5:47 to play with the basketball. Oak Ridge. Carmen Smith drives in, wants to shoot, cannot do so. What's the call? A whistle blows and a foul, I believe, is called against Jefferson County. Tough call. Not sure what it was, but it'll go against the Lady Patriots. 5:40 to play in the game. Oak Ridge substitutes Carmen out. Danielle Clevenger is called for a second foul, team foul number 5. Oak Ridge has only committed 2 as Oak Ridge works into Dewana for the shot. It's up, no good. Gets her own rebound, goes back up for the shot, good. Dewana Henderson scores. Wildcat lead is back to 12. Here comes Jefferson County down the floor, 5:29 to play. They work the ball inside for a shot, blocked by Oak Ridge. Rebounded by Brittany Frazier. She calls a timeout. Brittany saved possession. She fell down, was laying on the ball. Instead of being called for a walk, she grabs it, called a timeout. 5 minutes, 23 seconds. Oak Ridge on top, 51-39. 5 minutes and 23 seconds of basketball. We'll know who's heading to the state tournament. Will it be Oak Ridge or Jefferson County? Wildcats have come out strong here in the second half. Run down the scoring to this point.
David, right now, Angela Phillips, the Lady Wildcats, has 7 points. Dewana Henderson has 11. Stephanie Holbrook with 4. Brittany Frazier leading the way, has 23 points. An excellent game for her so far. Carmen Smith with 6. For the Lady Patriots, Brittany Davis has 4. Danielle Clevenger has 2. Ashley Huff with 2. Ashley Norton with 9. Danielle Johnson with 12. And Amy Kate with 7. She's yet to score in the second half, David. Jennifer Gwynn has 3 as she knocked down a big three-pointer just a few minutes ago. So Brittany Frazier leading the way with 23 points. We want her to keep up what she's been doing so far, knocking down big shots. She's knocked down 4 in a row here. In her last 4 shots, she's knocked down all of them.
How many did she have that first time around? As the ball is worked in, Oak Ridge slowly walking the ball up the floor with Angela Phillips at the point. The Wildcats also have Jennifer Hendricks in the ball game, Brittany Frazier, Dewana Henderson, and Stephanie Holbrook. Oak Ridge is going to be content to work some time off the clock, holding the ball, not exactly in a 4 quarters, as they're working inside. Holbrook, one dribble, one shot, she scores! Stephanie Holbrook off the glass, and Oak Ridge leads again by 14. 53-39 the score, 4:58 to play in the basketball game. With the basketball, the Lady Patriots of Jefferson County. They've got the basketball. Ashley Norton, a good shooter, won't take a 3-point shot. Backs it up with a pass out to Rachel Reagan. Reagan to the top of the key, swings it over to Gwen, who penetrates and pulls up 8-footer, good. Nice shot, Jefferson County. And Oak Ridge, his lead is cut to 12. 53-41 the score, 4 minutes, 38 seconds to play in the basketball game. Down the floor with it will come Angela Phillips at the point. I apologize, I really can't see. I've got some Jefferson County students actually standing in front of me, blocking my view of the floor. With the basketball once again, works the ball down the right side. Off it goes to Angela Phillips. Out to the top it goes to Holbrook. Stephanie Holbrook works the ball inside. Dewana double team. Kicks the ball cross court to Angela Phillips. 15-footer, good! Angela knocks it down. And Oak Ridge's lead is 55-41, a 14-point lead with 4 minutes, 7 seconds to play. They've got the basketball. Driving in for a shot. Up, no good. Foul called inside against Oak Ridge. Gonna have to see who it's against. It'll go against the Lady Wildcats. 4 minutes, 4 seconds to play here in the basketball game. Oak Ridge on top, 55-41, 4:04 to play. Personal foul called against Oak Ridge. To the free throw line will go the Lady Patriots. 4:04 to play, free throw is good. Good job, Jonathan. You got that big guy to sit down. He was intimidated, I guess.
Well, he probably was by me, or the fact that he's an Oak Ridge fan, actually, David. I don't think he's from Oak Ridge. I think maybe he's from Clinton or Powell or somewhere. Came up here to watch the closest team to him play.
55-42, a 13-point lead for Oak Ridge. 3 minutes, 59 seconds to play in the ball game. Wildcats trying to go to the state tournament once again for the second consecutive year. Oak Ridge has the lead with the ball. Dewana with it. Dewana drives, kicks it out to Holbrook. 3-pointer right, corner's up. No good. Rebounded by Brittany Frazier. The Wildcats set it up again. Here's a pass deflected out, they say, by Jefferson County. The Oak Ridge basketball. Stephanie just can't find her range tonight. Oak Ridge in the lead by 13, 55-42. 3:43 to play in the basketball game. Clock ticking down here. Oak Ridge ball. Wildcats working time off the clock. Oak Ridge has only committed 3 fouls, so Jefferson County won't be shooting any free throws in a while. Now they come out to defend Jennifer Hendricks. Jennifer dribbles in. Thought about driving all the way in. Stops, needs some help, goes to Dewana. Dewana drives in, gives it off to Holbrook. One dribble, off the glass shot, good! Holbrook scores for Oak Ridge, and the Lady Wildcat lead is back to equaling its biggest lead at 15. 3:17 to play in the basketball game. Dewana Henderson steals it. She's taking it coast to coast. Off the glass, layup good. Oak Ridge by 17. 59-42. 3 minutes to play in the basketball game. Dewana watches them gun a three, hits the rim, no good, drops in good. Rattled around, and Oak Ridge has the lead, cut once again to 14. 59-45 the score. 2 minutes, 52 seconds to play in the basketball game. Oak Ridge 2 minutes and 48 seconds away from a state tournament. They've got the basketball. Brittany Frazier to Angela Phillips. Looks at the clock, 2:41 and counting. Oak Ridge on top, 59-45. Dewana drives, Dewana stops, Dewana shoots, no good. Gets her own rebound back up with it, she scores again. Dewana Henderson will not be denied. She has 15 points. She wants to take her team back to the state tournament. 2 minutes, 26 seconds to go. Here's a three-point air ball out of bounds, and I'm calling it, Jonathan. Oak Ridge is headed to the state tournament. They will knock off Jefferson County here tonight. There's only 2 minutes, 22 seconds to play in this ball game, and Oak Ridge has a 16-point lead, 61-45, and the clock is ticking down on the Jefferson County Patriots season as Angela Phillips walks the ball to the midcourt line. 2:15 and counting, Oak Ridge by 16. The Wildcats spreading the floor a little bit. Angela to Dewana. Lost the ball, taken away by Jefferson County. Oh, great, I shouldn't have said it. Down the floor with the basketball, Jefferson County. There's a blocking foul called against Oak Ridge. 2:04 to play, 61-45 the score.
That'll be the third foul on Jennifer Hendricks. A good job getting down the court, just couldn't get there quite fast enough to get the charge called. A good try by her, but right now number 10, Danielle Clevenger's gonna go to the line. 2 points in the ball game, 2 fouls on her, and her first shot is up, and it's good. She'll have another.
61-46, Oak Ridge in the lead. 2:04 to play in the ball game. Team foul number 4 called against the Wildcats. Jefferson County shoots and scores. Clevenger hits it, and Oak Ridge will bring the ball down the floor. Angela Phillips breaks the press because she's fouled. Personal foul called against Jefferson County. That'll be team foul number 6. Called against Clevenger again. That'll be her third. Oak Ridge will get the basketball side court. 2:01 to play in the ball game. Oak Ridge in the lead, 61-47. Angela Phillips has the feed. We're now under 2 minutes to play. With the basketball, Oak Ridge. Angela dribbles out, guarded closely by Brittany Davis. Swings the ball to Dewana Henderson, back to Hendricks. Jennifer holds the ball, back to Angela. 1:45 and counting in the basketball game. Angela attacks in, kicks it out to Holbrook. Stephanie Holbrook back to Phillips. The Wildcats playing keep away right now with 1:40 to play in the basketball game, and Oak Ridge in the lead big. 61-47, the Oak Ridge fans are feeling victory here. Some of them have come to their feet here. 90 seconds to play in the basketball game. All of the Oak Ridge fans are now on their feet. There's still plenty of time. Jefferson County not fouling right now as Dewana dribbles right, kicks it out to Jennifer Hendricks, then away from the ball. Foul is going to be called against the Lady Patriots. 1:22 to play in the ball game. Oak Ridge by 14, 61-47, and a timeout is asked for by Jefferson County. And Barry, we're going to hold it here once again. Oak Ridge appears headed to the state tournament, Jonathan.
David, that foul was on Amy Kate, her third foul. Brittany Frazier will go to the free throw line when we come back here. She's got 23 points in the game, 8 rebounds, kind of comparative. Dewana Henderson's got 15 points. She's got 8 rebounds. So Dewana and Brittany making it happen on the boards and on the points tonight. And Dewana coming down, she's got 4 assists and 3 steals to go with her name as well. So she was an all-around great player tonight. She came out in the second half exactly like we wanted to see, David, and she had a great spurt of energy for the Lady Wildcats, brought them up here. And right now they're up, David, by nearly 20 points. Right now it's a 14-point lead. At
the conclusion of the ball game, Jonathan Walls will be down on the floor getting player interviews, and as the Wildcats prepare for what appears to be another trip to Murfreesboro. They lead it 61-47, trying to beat Jefferson County for the second time this year and their second consecutive road sub-state win, as Oak Ridge sends Brittany Frazier to the free throw line. Oak Ridge playing with Dewana Henderson, big key here in the second half. Brittany Guns missed it. On the rebound, the Lady Patriots. 1:20 and counting, 14-point lead. Here comes Jefferson County. They need threes, lots of them. They're not going to get it. Here's a steal by Jennifer Hendricks. Oak Ridge basketball, 1:10 to play in the ball game. Jefferson County trails 61-47. Angela Phillips tried to be fouled, that time by Kate. Angela just kind of playing keep away from her. Now Brittany Davis gets it over defending Dewana Henderson, so she gives it up to Angela Phillips with 55 seconds to play. Angela is now fouled out there by Brittany Davis. Oak Ridge is going to win this basketball game in 54 seconds And I want you to stay tuned. We'll have the stats. Hopefully we'll have scores of other ball games back at the station. We'll talk about that. We'll have Jonathan doing player interviews. I'll speak to Coach Jill Pruden, the head coach of the Oak Ridge High School Lady Wildcats. And that'll be coming up all on our post-game show. So stay with us. We might be here a while. But the Wildcats appear headed to Murfreesboro as Angela Phillips goes to the free throw line. Toss on its way. Good. Oak Ridge increases their lead back to 15, 62-47. Got to remember they were down 2 at the half. It's been all Oak Ridge here in the second half. Angela Phillips, second toss up, good. Angela in double figures now with 10, giving Oak Ridge 3 different players in double figures. Jefferson County needs 3-point shots. Let's see what Amy Kate can do. She walks with the basketball. Tried to make it a shorter shot. Jefferson County, their fans came out in big numbers here tonight, but it wasn't to be as the Lady Wildcats rebound from Thursday's crushing defeat to the Sevier County Smoky Bearettes, and they're going to take home a sub-state crown here tonight, and they'll knock off Jefferson County in about 40 seconds. There's another foul called against Jefferson County. Huge night for Oak Ridge as Amy Kate commits her 4th personal foul. It's tough to come on the road in a sub-state. Oak Ridge, coming into this game, had been on the road 3 times in sub-state ball games, and they had lost 2 of the ball games, winning last year at Sullivan East, losing before at Morristown East and Volunteer High School back in the 80s. But they're not going to be denied here tonight as Angela shoots free throws. Good. Oak Ridge on top, 64-47. So the District 2 and Region 1 champion Lady Patriots of Jefferson County are going to go down to defeat tonight. As the toss is up, good, and Oak Ridge is going to substitute in mass, and a standing ovation by the Oak Ridge fans as Oak Ridge substitutes all 5 starters, bringing in Brooke Jones, Lindsey George, Anna Hanley, Allison Friels in the ball game, and I believe Hendricks is still in the ball game as well. So 1 starter remains. They've got the basketball. Out to the top it goes to number 31. That's Amy Kate. Lost the ball. It's a jump ball. Anna Hanley gets involved in a jump ball situation. The alternate possession arrow to Oak Ridge. 65-47. Jonathan, are you ready for those player interviews?
Yeah, David, I'm going to have to go down there and tell them how good it is to get to do this again. Last year we were at Sullivan East and I got to go down there, and maybe the road game for the sub-state's a new thing for the Lady Wildcats as they've won 2 in a row here now in 2 years.
I hate to tell you this, I'd much rather be sitting back at the Oak Ridge High School gym watching this one right now. But either way, it's going to be a victorious night for Oak Ridge as Rebecca Reynolds works the ball to Brooke Jones. Brooke goes inside. There's Brandy Terry. No, it's Lindsey George off the glass. Good. Lindsey scores, and Oak Ridge ups their lead to 18 points. 67-49. We're down to 10 seconds to play in Jefferson County season. With a basketball, number 10, Clevenger, a 3 at the buzzer, no good. They get the shot off, it is no good, it's over. Oak Ridge has won this sub-state basketball game by a final score of 67-49. So the Oak Ridge Lady Wildcats are headed back to Murfreesboro and the state tournament, and it's pandemonium at the center of the floor as the Wildcats celebrate. The Oak Ridge fans came in big numbers up here to Jefferson County, and they were not to be disappointed. The Wildcats came out strong in the second half and took apart the Lady Patriot team that had cruised through the last 2 tournaments, winning the district championship and the regional championship. But tonight, it was all Oak Ridge, especially in the second half.
Yeah, it was, David. A great job by the Lady Wildcats here tonight. Played a great game. DeJuan Henderson came out. She had a great job. 4 assists, 3 steals, 8 rebounds, 15 points. Brittany Frazier, the only one that outscored her. She had 23 points with 8 rebounds. Angela Phillips had 13 points with 2 rebounds. So 3 double-digit scores for the Lady Wildcats. Only 1 for the Jefferson County Lady Patriots. Danielle Johnson had 15.
Coach Carringer, amongst others, Mr. Green, the principal of Oak Ridge High School, down on the floor congratulating the Lady Wildcats as they come into the tunnel. We're on BBB Communications Channel 12. We've got lots of things to do here. We'll have player interviews. We'll have Coach Pruden up here. We'll run down the stats. Barry's back in the studios at WATO. Hopefully, he can track down some more scores of other ball games. Once again, Oak Ridge is headed to Murfreesboro and the state tournament. They win it 67-49. And we'll be back to talk more about this victorious night in Dandridge, Tennessee, following this 2-minute timeout.
We'll give her
Jonathan Walls, David Clary back here at Jefferson County High School. The Lady Wildcats went on to win 67-49, and I didn't even have to look at my stat sheet. The Jefferson County staff here hadn't even took it off the scoreboard yet, kind of rubbing it in their own people's face a little bit. 67-49, Oak Ridge goes on to beat the Jefferson County team, and as I said, David, they still hadn't cleared the scoreboard, and they took a loss. Whenever you take a win, you don't clear the scoreboard, David. You don't do that whenever you lose, especially in a sub-state ball game. But Oak Ridge going on to win that. Angela Phillips in the ball game had 13 points with 7 assists and 2 rebounds. Lindsey George with 2 points, had 2 assists, 3 rebounds. DeJuan Henderson with 15 points, had 4 assists, 3 steals, and 8 rebounds. Stephanie Holbrook with 8 points, had 1 assist, 2 steals, and 1 rebound. Brittany Frazier had 23 points. She had 8 rebounds as well. Also, Carmen Smith with 6 points, had 3 assists, 3 steals, and 2 rebounds. For the Lady Patriots, Brittany Davis had 4 points. Danielle Clevenger had 4 points. Ashley Huff with 2 points. Ashley Norton with 9. Danielle Johnson had 15. Amy Kate with 7. And Jennifer Gwynn had 8. We're waiting on the girls to make their way back out of the locker room so we can get some post-game interviews with them. But right now, the Lady Wildcats went on, coming off a loss to Sevier County, and they went on and had a great game. And as I see some former faces, Tori Scott's in the building tonight, David. She made it. I think this is the second game I know I've seen her at, so she made it to one of the bigger games of the season, and I'm sure we'll see her up at Murfreesboro some while we're up there, as she was the lone senior last year on this team, and she came back out to watch her team play. David, just a great game tonight. The Lady Wildcats played tough. They came back in the second half and came out strong in the second half, David.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did, Jonathan. And here in a few moments when the girls come out of the locker room, we're going to go down to you and make sure your mic's up. But I believe that is on number 1. And I'll talk here for a little bit. Lady Wildcats are headed back to the state tournament. They went there a year ago. Were knocked off by Mount Juliet as they send it back to our engineer Barry back at the station so we can check out our wireless mic here. Oak Ridge wins it 67-49. We'll be back with player interviews following this 90-second timeout. We are back here at Jefferson County High School on AM 1290 WATO and BBB Communications Channel 12, waiting for the First Lady Wildcats to emerge out of the locker room. When we do that, Jonathan's down on the floor with our very fancy and expensive cordless microphone, and we're going to get some player interviews. We'll have Coach Carringer. No, I thought we might have Coach Carringer. Coach Pruden will be up here in a few short moments. As I'm looking down, the Lady Wildcats are beginning to come out of the locker room as we are on BBB Communications Channel 12. That's the locker room. If you're watching the tape right now, that's the locker room where the Lady Wildcats will be coming out of here in a moment. Very impressive win for Oak Ridge as they come away with a 67-49 victory, fueled in the second half primarily because of the reemergence into the ballgame of DeJuana Henderson. DeJuana picked up some early fouls, sat most of the first half. In fact, really didn't play at all in the second quarter, didn't play much at all. And in the second quarter, just a very little bit of the basketball game in the first. And here comes DeJuana. I believe she'll be our first guest on the radio, and we'll get her on here in a second. I believe we're about to get DeJuana's interview. Jonathan Walls is down on the floor, and hopefully we'll go down to Jonathan here in a second. She's going to wander away just a little bit. DeJuana really was the big key here in this one. As you can probably see if you're watching on the cable, the celebration taking place as Oak Ridge trailed by 2, 30-28 at the halfway mark, but then Oak Ridge just came out and blitzed them in the second half. Just a tremendous effort by the Oak Ridge High School Lady Wildcats, and they're going back to the state tournament yet another time. Oak Ridge suffering a very disappointing loss the other night as Jennifer Hendricks comes out. Maybe we'll get a chance to talk with her. Let's go down to the floor and Jonathan Walls. I believe he has his first interview, I believe, and we'll go down to him.
David, we're down here with Jennifer Hendricks, the first player I got an interview with. I was trying to get DeJuana a second ago, Jennifer, but she went over and she wanted to say hi to Tori, as I'm sure you'll want to do here in a minute. But Jennifer, you had a good game. You had 2 assists with 2 steals and 1 rebound. No offensive points, but on defense you came up with the big steals when you needed them, and y'all did a good job tonight. How do you think you played?
I think we played good as a team. We had a good second half, and we're just ready to go to state.
So y'all are going to bring it home for us this year?
We're bringing home the gold.
Let's hope so, Jennifer. I'm sure you want to go celebrate with the rest of your team, and hopefully I'll be able to pull some rest of them over here and get some interviews with them.
Thank you.
That's Jennifer Hendricks, David.
And I believe you have Coach Pruden up top with you. And David, as soon as you're ready up top, as soon as I get your attention up top, then you can go ahead with Coach Pruden right now.
Thanks a lot, Jonathan. We are back here with the head coach of the Oak Ridge High School Lady Wildcats, Coach Jill Pruden. Coach, congratulations. We've had this conversation many, many times, but you know, Jonathan says maybe we should go on the road for these sub-state games, and I say absolutely not. I like the friendly confines of Oak Ridge. Tough ball game in the first half. Foul trouble for DeWanna kind of kept you from doing some of the things I know you wanted to do. You sat her out the entire second quarter and most of the first quarter. And really credit the girls who played. Lindsey George in particular came in off the bench, gave you some great minutes, kept you in the ball game without one of your best leaders and one of your best offensive and defensive players. You hung close with them and then just came out when DeWanna was able to play and just blitzed them totally in the second half.
Well, just really proud. You mentioned a lot of good things. I thought Lindsey George came in. It was really a key to just maintaining, keeping it close. They did a great job early on. I thought they were the aggressor. They scored almost at will in the paint. They were so aggressive with the ball. They out-rebounded us by 2, I believe, at half. I was just disappointed with our interior defense. We looked a little bit out of sync offensively. In the second half, you're right. We get DeWanna in there. I felt like we were much more aggressive inside. Brittany really wanted the ball. I tell you, Stephanie Holbrook maybe played some of her best basketball the second half. Made some good decisions. We ran her back door some, and we looked like we were more the aggressor in the second half.
And that's an advantage you have with Stephanie because Stephanie's got some height on her and can play inside like that, and a lot of her points late came inside.
They did. We were kind of in our spread delay, and she did a nice job of posting up one time, and then we ran a cut for her to flash across the paint and stuck a nice shot. I just thought she played with a lot of poise and within herself in the second half.
DeWanna finished up the game with 15 points, the bulk of which came in the second half. Brittany had 23 points, and that was big.
Well, you could just see the difference in her demeanor. I know she got tired in the first half. We tried to give her a little bit of break. But in the second half, she really wanted to be the go-to player. DeWanna just gives us such a nice added dimension. When Johnson was in foul trouble and she was guarding and we were in a spread delay, that puts us to the advantage, I think, because DeWanna can handle the ball so well.
This Jefferson County team does a lot of things well. They're a very young team. They made some mistakes down the stretch, but I think you forced some mistakes. Your pressure started to get to them there in the second half.
Well, I thought he did a really nice job attacking, and maybe they just weren't as aggressive. Maybe we did a little bit better job defending. Then they kind of had to look for some quick perimeter. I was proud of our kids, though. Coming in, we really wanted to focus on Kate and Gwen, and I thought we did a good job on them. Ashley Johnson played tremendous in the first half.
Yeah, she's a good player. You got a chance to, Angela, I thought, ran the team extremely well as usual, 13 points. But I agree with you, and I want to comment on Lindsey George here once again. I thought Lindsey gave you some valuable minutes.
She did. She just came in. Lindsey's just a smart player, played within herself. She got a couple key rebounds for us, blocked out one time, made a nice assist. She doesn't really try to do more than what we need her to do, and it was just very solid for us the minute she gave.
Coach, let me ask you about the state tournament. Obviously, you'll go down to Murfreesboro tomorrow or sometime for the...
It's all on the internet now, David. It's a lot different. Tomorrow morning, anyone that's listening out there, you can get it on your computer in the morning. I'm not sure by what time it posts, but all the information, you don't make the trip anymore to Murfreesboro. So you look in the morning, the brackets will be posted. I know AAA games are Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I know you don't match up with a regional opponent. For example, I don't know if you know the Sevier County score or not. But if Sevier County wins and we win, we would go opposite brackets. If Lawrence County and Oakland wins, they go opposite brackets. So that's the only thing we know. You don't have a regional opponent on your side of the bracket.
Well, Coach, let me ask you about that. I know as we're going to get ready to go down to the floor for some player interviews here in a second. Coach, a disappointing loss to Sevier County. Were you worried at all your girls wouldn't bounce back?
A reporter asked me the same thing. I said it was nice to have that day in between. Had we played the next night, I think it would have been harder. I told the kids, we've never been about the record all along. We've never been about being undefeated. We've been about let's get better and get to Murfreesboro. I thought Sevier County played extremely well against us, and I didn't think we played great, and we only lost by 10. So I said, if we can play Oak Ridge basketball, which I thought we did in the second half. In the first half, we still looked a little bit tentative. Maybe the crowd, maybe the heat, some of the things bothered us. But I knew we were capable of playing better than what we played on that Thursday.
Coach, do they crank up the heat deliberately in here to make it hard for visiting teams to come in here?
Well, that's what a couple gentlemen told us on the way in. We tried to get them to turn the heat off and open doors, and they said no, they didn't want to do that. So I guess that's their advantage.
Coach, just your final comments about this huge win that's sending you back to Murfreesboro.
I told the kids in the locker room, we've taken a lot of really great teams to Murfreesboro, but I wanted so badly to take this group. They're such a great group of kids. We spent the day together. They did breakfast together. We did a pregame meal. They're just fun to be around. They work hard, and I really wanted the state tournament to be a part of their career.
Coach, congratulations. I'm going to go down to your players now.
All right, thanks a lot, David.
It's Coach Jill Pruden, head coach of the Lady Wildcats. Take it away, Jonathan.
Well, David, we're down here with Brittany Frazier now, and Brittany, you had an excellent ball game, 23 points. Just a great game for you. Anything over 20 is good for any player, but you also had 8 rebounds. You came down, you fought hard, came in. We had a little bit of what we thought would be a problem with the refs at the get-go. We saw what we thought was going to be some light fouls that we thought maybe we'd get into foul trouble, but that didn't end up being a problem for us. And you just had a great game. How do you think you and the team did overall?
Well, I think first of all, I was a little bit winded in the first half. My coach kept on telling me, Brittany, we need you to get a second win, and we need you to go in strong. We need you in this game. DeWanna had some foul trouble, so I think the team knew that, and I think my teammates came in, said, Brittany, get your head up. We need you. We need you to come inside, and we need you to score. So I got my focus on, and I think I went in with the second half and a little bit more confidence and stuck my shots. And I think the team we pulled together in the second half great. And I think we just all came together and gave each other fives. And we had a lot of momentum in the second half. And we had, when we scored, we gave up and gave them a 5 and stuff. So I think we had a lot of energy.
Brittany, you said it all right there. A lot of energy was one of the key points for you all. You kept the ball moving, and I don't think Jefferson County wanted to see that in the ball game. I think they wanted to see a slower ball game, and you kept them out of that, and I think that's what helped you on to this 67-49 win that you took, along with your 23 points, obviously. How far do you all see yourselves going?
I think we have a great possibility chance to go in all the way through the state. I think we are going to go into the state confident. A lot of people say, no, they're just coming in off a big win and stuff, so we need to get their momentum down. But I think we're going to come in and do good, and I think our teammates is, just as confident as we can be. We're going to come in Monday, Tuesday, practice as much as we need to practice.
Brittany, thanks for the interview, and a good game tonight, and have good luck in the state tournament.
Thank you.
Kevin, we're going to get back underway here as soon as Stephanie gets done. Right now she's talking to a parent, it looks like. As soon as I can get her attention over here, we're going to have another interview with her. The Lady Wildcats doing a great job here tonight, coming out with a 67-49 win. And Stephanie, you had a good game as well. You came in, you had 13 points in the ball game. Excuse me, 8 points. I was reading somebody else's stats. 8 points. I bet you wish you'd add those extra 5 on there, but you had one rebound, 2 steals, and 1 assist, and you hit a big 3 in the game as well.
I'm just real excited right now. I think we played awesome in the second half. We weren't really focused the first, but we came out and blew them away, and that was really good.
Well, like you said, the big key is coming out in the second half. You all played strong. You were trailing by 2 at the end of the first and as well at the end of the half, but you came back out, held them for 4 minutes without scoring. You went on an 8-0 run there in the beginning of the second half, and that was a big key, as you said, coming out strong. How far do you see yourself? I think this is going to get to be a question where I get the same answer, but how far do you see your team going?
I think we're going to go all the way. If we play like we did the second half, just stick together, we'll go all the way.
Okay, thank you, Stephanie. You had a good ball game. Thanks. Good luck in the state tournament.
Thank you.
Kevin, I'm going to move away from you now. The ball players are on the other end of the court, and if you can keep up with me with the Zoom, good luck. But I'm going to go down here and see if I can't grab some more of the starters. At the end of this ball game, 67-49, the Lady Wildcats win this one. They're going on to the state tournament now, and they'll draw for bids for their seeds in the state tournament as they go on down, and that'll be tomorrow as the coaches will do that. And as I look for more players, I know I saw Angela Phillips down on this side of the court somewhere. If I can find her, looking for the Lady Wildcats. Cody, if you could help me out in finding some of the Lady Wildcats, Angela Phillips or Jennifer Hendricks or DeWanna. DeWanna is a big key. I wanted to talk to DeWanna before we get out of here tonight. A good game by all of them. And right now the Lady Wildcats, Angela Phillips, as I just now found her, she's talking to some friends, it looks like, and I'm going to hate to pull her out as I see Mr. Lopez, actually Mr. and Mrs. Lopez, as well as Matt Lopez and Naif Abdul-Rahman, some Clinton fans over here coming to this ball game. I see Clinton quarterback. You got Mr. Lopez over here, Mr. Abdul-Rahman coming in. So you got some Clinton fans here. And as soon as I can get a hold of Angela for her interview. Angela, come on, you're not getting out of this one. You got out of a few of them. In the ball game, you had 13 points, 7 assists, and 2 rebounds. Coming up on Coach Tisdale's assist record again, just not quite there. Fell short again of that one, but you had a good game. How do you think you all did?
I think first half we came out a little scared, but second half was awesome. We really wanted to win. We know that we're the best team in the state, and we really had to show everybody that we could bounce back.
And you all did that coming off that loss to Sevier County. Unfortunately, you come back out in a big win, 67-49 over this team. You came out strong in the second half, blew them out 8 points before they got their first points, and it was 4 minutes before they scored. So y'all did a good job coming out through the second half. How do you see yourselves? I think I'm going to get the answer, state tournament champions, but how do you see yourselves going?
State champs all the way.
Well, Angela, good luck in the state tournament and good job tonight. And thanks for the interview. And yeah, you are on tape. I'm going to keep on going. I'm going to try to find Dewana now. See Carmen up ahead, and I'm going to try to go get her. Cody, if you'd find, as you did find Dewana for me, I'll go back to Carmen in just a second. See if I can get Dewana over here for an interview in just a second. She's talking to some friends. And Dewana, can I get you? Dewana, you had a great game tonight. You came out, you had 15 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals, and that was all was sitting basically all of the second quarter due to some foul trouble you got in early. They called some quick fouls on you and got you onto the bench, but you came back out in the second half, and that was where key was. You came back out strong in the second half. How did you see yourself tonight playing?
I felt real good. I was upset in the first half because I got those 2 quick fouls. And then we weren't playing very well. But, I mean, this is my senior year, and I told them we're not losing. We're going to stay. I told everybody at home I'm putting on everything I own that we're going to be in state. And so that's how I went out and played the second half, and I was determined not to let us lose.
Well, Dewana, I could see that. You came out and you played a strong leadership role. You didn't lead the team in points, but coming back out in the second half, I think you picked up 13 of those points in the second half. And you did a great job. You were physical under the boards, and you came up, and you and Brittany working together as a tandem. You got 4 assists with her, working with her, and then you kicked one out to Angela for 3 points. So you did a lot tonight. How do you see yourselves and the team going through the rest of the state tournament?
We just have to continue what we did in the second half and play like Oak Ridge. And I told Brittany we need to be leaders on the boards and at least average double figure in the tournament. And that would keep us in the game.
Well, Dewana, good luck for the rest of the state tournament, and good job tonight.
Thank you.
Carmen, you made your way over here to me. Come here. You made your way over here. I didn't even have to come find you like I have. And you turn around. We got the cameras on your left side here, so you don't want to turn away from them. You want to get that pretty smile up on the camera. And you came in, you had 6 points, 3 steals. Your quickness is always key for the Lady Wildcats on defense. You had 3 assists and 2 rebounds as well. And 67-49, you beat this Jefferson County team that's going to put you into the state. How did you see yourself playing tonight?
Well, I try to keep real high intensity, and I try to play as hard as I could tonight because give it all up.
Well, that's what matters in this elimination type of game. You played hard, and as I said, your quickness coming in on defense, you do a great job, and you always come up with the big steals in ball games, and that you did again tonight. How do you see yourself and the rest of the teams going on through the state tournament?
We need to just stay together and don't try to separate and just keep on playing together as well like we have been.
Well, good luck in the rest of the state tournament, and good job tonight. We'll see y'all later, and it's about time for you all to go, so I don't want to get you in trouble. David, the team's getting ready to leave, so we don't want to get any of them in trouble with interviews, as Coach Pruden's still standing around talking, but I'm going to go ahead and send it back up to you, and you can finish out until I get back up top.
Thanks a lot, Jonathan. We have won this SubState ball game, 67-49, the final score. Oak Ridge is headed to the state tournament. Thanks a lot for tuning into our broadcast. As Coach Pruden said, they're going to do the entire seeding and draws on the computer, and that'll be coming up tomorrow on TSSAA website, I do believe. Nick is always cutting our heads off, and I'm pretty short. But Jonathan, victorious night for the Oak Ridge High School Wildcats. They're headed back to the state.
David, I'm not quite as short as you are, and control freak that you are, trying to keep the mic. But yeah, he was cutting our heads off there, Nick. Kevin had to come up and fix the camera for him. The Lady Wildcats played good tonight, David. 67-49. All the Lady Wildcats doing what they do best. Carmen Smith with her quick defense. Brittany coming in with the points, and Dewana coming in, getting big boards with assists, helping out Brittany. And I told her she kicked one out for 3 points to Angeles, though. Lady Wildcats just doing great tonight, and hopefully they can go on and win the state championship.
Why don't you run down the stats one more time before we close it out?
David, in the ball game, Jennifer Hendricks came out. She was a starter. She had 3 fouls, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 1 rebound. Angela Phillips, the starter, had 13 points with 7 assists and 2 rebounds. Lindsey George with 2 points, had 2 assists, 3 rebounds. DeJuan Henderson, another starter, had 2 fouls, 15 points, 4 assists, 3 steals, and 8 rebounds. And yes, that was David walking right in front of the camera here as we're trying to get it set up. Brittany Frazier, another starter, had 2 fouls. She had 23 points with 8 rebounds. Also, Carmen Smith in the ballgame had 6 points, 2 fouls, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, and as I said, a key 3 steals for her on defense. For the Lady Patriots of Jefferson County, Brittany Davis had 4 points. Danielle Clevenger had 4 points with 3 fouls, and Davis had 1 foul. Ashley Huff with 2 fouls had 2 points. Ashley Norton with 9 points had 1 foul. Danielle Johnson with 3 fouls had 15 points. Amy Kate picked up 4 fouls. And the Lady Wildcats doing a key thing here tonight, David, held Kate to just 7 points. Jennifer Gwynn picked up 1 foul with 8 points. The Lady Wildcats just did a great job tonight. As I said, a key factor was the fact that they held Amy Kate down to 7 points. And we did a great job. And we're going to have to point out the fact last year we didn't get the Sullivan East game on tape. Nick Suttles unfortunately forgot to push the record button. But this time, we made sure we had 4 guys on the camera tonight. So we knew one way or another we'd get the record button pushed. And we actually have it on 2 tapes tonight, David. So the Lady Wildcats coming out 67-49, and they still haven't cleared the scoreboards here. I think at your home court taking a loss, you clear the scoreboards, but Lady Wildcats with a great job tonight. And as I told all of them, we're going to need some luck and some skill to get through this state tournament, and hopefully they can go on to win the state championship.
Jonathan, let's close it out here on this victorious night in Dandridge at Jefferson County. We've come up here a lot of times, especially football years back in the day, and we didn't come away with a win. But tonight, a victorious night, a big night for Oak Ridge High School Lady Wildcat history. They're headed back to the state tournament. We're going to close it out here. I'd like to thank Barry back in the studios of AM 1290 WATO, along with Cody Southard, who did most of our technical work here tonight, along with camera work provided down on the floor by Kevin McKeithen, as I mentioned, Nick Suttles, and he did hit the record button this year. We got the SubState on tape. For Jonathan Walls, this is David Clary. Once again, our next broadcast of Oak Ridge High School basketball will be this coming Thursday as the Wildcats are at the state tournament. We don't have a team. We don't have the time yet. We'll find out tomorrow on TSSAA.org. They do it online. You can find out who the Wildcats will be playing tomorrow. TSSAA.org. For all the people I mentioned a moment ago, until Thursday, this is David Clary saying,
So long, everybody.
Good night, Barry.